creating.
Well, no, we already have kennels. I think he was asking about the.
We did not have a kennel license per se.
Right. We talk about in the dog license, if you have more than 3, you need a kennel license.
And I
But
thought
we don't have any kennel.
I thought the
licenses.
town clerk said we did have them.
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Excuse me, this is a conversation amongst the board members.
Excuse me. Okay.
But I thought that Susan said we had several licenses already.
I don't think so.
Through the chairman to the board.
Yes, Jane.
Thank you for recognizing me. I have had this conversation with Susan. The situation was she was aware of kennels. There were a couple kennels in town. They were not defined. We did not have a license for them. We did have some people who had multiple dogs, and they were considered a kennel, but no license for it. So Chief Murray and those people put together a formal license, and it was through the police department, and it involved the animal control officer.
Okay, I do remember.
So it has nothing to do with us anyway, because it goes through his department, because the.
It's a
police.
police. Okay.
Then
So,
I will make are you through reading?
Yeah,
I was going to make a motion to approve the minutes of May 21st, 2018 and June 11th.
I will second that with a question.
Yes.
I wasn't at the meeting of May 21st, so do I just cross myself out, right, not present?
Oh.
Or do I sign the minute?
Where?
The
21st.
Yeah, the 21st, the meeting of May 21st. It notes up here that I was absent, but there's a signature line for it.
No, just leave it.
Just leave it.
blank.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
All right, yeah, that's fine.
Because don't all 3 go on the bottom, all correspondence anyways? Most correspondence anyways, right?
That's fine, yeah.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Minutes of May 21st and June 11th. Approved.
Okay, let me, I
I
can,
have 2 copies if you, go ahead, Pam, if you want to, you only want to sign, but you're only going to sign the June 11th one anyways.
yes,
Okay.
that is correct.
Okay.
Do you have copies
I do.
in the, like, to be signed or?
I do.
folder or
I
whatever?
have them right here.
Okay, good, because then I'll keep,
Keep yours.
yeah, I'll keep mine for records.
Extras here.
Oh, that's the way.
That's the other one, okay.
Yeah.
That's
All right. And up next, discuss Mass Boards of Health response to the Ayer Board of Health request for clarification of the SPGA status of the Ayer Board of Health in matters pertaining to the aquifer protection.
Yes.
And you,
So on that one, what I did was, rather than go to Mass Board of Health, I reread the correspondence from Carly and realized that I think she asked council the wrong question. The question, it seems like council was answering, was whether or not Board of Health can be the special permit granting authority under the zoning bylaw. Which, no, we know that's, we're not. It's clear to us
Exactly.
that
Exactly.
is something that's reserved for other groups.
right?
So I just sent Carly an email and CC'd Robert on that, saying, I think maybe we asked the wrong question. Our question really isn't, can we be special permit? We know we can't. It's how do we make the zoning bylaw and our regulation peacefully coexist and make sure that we're getting all of the, say, the approvals that we need to have. So I have not heard back. I think I didn't send that out till last Thursday.
Okay.
So I'll update you.
And we've had, meetings before, as I think I told
Yeah.
you, when things came up with regards to the district down there near Spectacle Pond.
Yeah.
And we just had a joint meeting because we have regulations and everything, and it was never a big issue.
All right, well, hopefully that'll. we'll
Yeah,
get
I'll
some-
continue to
Yeah, we'll get something back on that.
follow that one. I'll let you know.
I'm guilty of being a little late on this. I did send a follow-up with Rick Lindy about the number of private wells in service. I sent him an email, and we'll see what comes back. I'd be interested to see. Like we said, what kind of record keeping was there, if any,
Yeah.
and at what kind of a reference do we have for any of this, except for the big wells, I mean, the ones like Pepsi or whatever
Right.
we know
Yeah.
about, but,
Yeah.
Residential, be
Yeah.
interesting, especially the older homes, so hopefully we'll get some
I
kind of a reply.
I don't think I would ever say anybody's name at a meeting, but I know off the top of my head someone that has it's not an old home, a private well, who chooses to have that well.
Yeah.
So there,
Yeah,
then
so I think there are a few,
somewhere
yeah.
we get that information, okay.
Yeah, I was surprised to see I thought that was you, and not me, but was I supposed to do that?
Well, no, I had, and I went up to see Jane, and we had, it was two different notations. I thought I was, and then Jane had seen somewhere in the notes that your name
Like I
was
said,
attached
I was-
to it. But that's okay.
Okay.
It's not, the email's been sent, and we'll see what he
Okay.
comes up with.
All right,
And
that's
there was also a request made earlier by, I think it was you,
Might have been.
a couple of months ago,
Might have
and
been.
there was no.
I
That
asked.
might have
Well,
been.
you
Oh,
did,
Jane,
okay.
that's right.
Yeah, and you had
Yeah.
said that they
They
have
don't
nothing
have
to
them.
offer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
But I didn't talk to Rick Lindy. I
Right.
talked to,
well, he's the water guy,
Yeah.
so we'll
Well, he's been the foreman for years.
we'll wait and see what he has to say.
yeah.
Okay. All right. This is Neshoba Associated Boards of Health Material from Bridget. The first one is correspondence relating to 19 Shirley Street. There's a few violations and they are being addressed.
This is a
I guess
residence.
this is a residence on Shirley Street, happens to be a relative of mine, so I don't need to go into any detail about it, but it's being addressed. And Bridget, I guess the biggest one was lead in a lot of these old homes.
yeah,
It has to be
yeah.
addressed, it's
Yeah.
really common. So she has contacted her and she is complying with that, and there were a few other small violations that are being addressed.
So now it's in Bridget's hands, or
Yep,
she does the
yep.
follow-up.
And then the other one, the permit to operate a bathing beach, Airtown Beach, Sandy Pond Road, open for business. The permit has been issued to the Air Parks Department. And then we have housing violations 11 through 13 Pleasant Street in Ayer. Several complaints regarding rubbish, garbage, and other debris stored on the above referenced property.
This is where?
It's 11 through 13 Pleasant Street. Pleasant Street. It's gotta be
Next.
it's gotta be lower.
Yeah.
It's next door to Dr. Brown's,
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I think.
Okay.
Okay. It says on June 8th, an inspection from an abutter's property behind the house revealed the complaint to be valid. rubbish, garbage, other debris. So they've been cited, and requesting you remove and properly store from within 7 days the date on this letter. And Bridget had cited them. And the other is Regis Magnus. I just love saying that guy's name.
Yeah,
because that's
isn't
from
that a
Scully
great
Road.
name?
That's where I grew up. That is a great name.
It is a great name.
Housing violations, 1 Scully Road. Housing violations, 1 Scully Road. I don't know what number 1 is. I was 13. State sanitary code, minimum standards of fitness for human habitation. Oh. Now it's the address is 1 Scully Road, but this is the property. It says there are several tents and other structures located along the property adjacent to the pond.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
The address is 1 Scully Road for Mr. Magnus because he's using the plastic distribution corporation that's way down the end.
Yeah, got it.
But they're citing a camp of tents and other structures located along the property adjacent to the pond.
Yeah.
And it doesn't say Grove Pond, but that technically is
that's where it
Grove
is.
Pond, which does not have minimum provisions for potable water or sanitary waste disposal. It is evident that the property is being used for temporary housing purposes in violation of minimum standards of fitness for human habitation, State Sanitary Code, Chapter 2. So,
Isn't this round true of this?
yeah, it seems like it's coming
Yeah.
back.
It comes and goes.
Yeah.
Periodically?
Yeah.
It says temporary housing allowed only with the Board of Health permission. No temporary housing may be used except with written permission of the board, and any exceptions to minimum standards must be specified.
Plus,
All
with
temporary
everything
housing.
that's going on down there with our pond and cleaning it up and
Right.
everything, this is even worse.
Yeah.
Is that
Jane.
where the fellow died
Yes,
a
it
few years
is.
ago?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
through the chairman to the board.
Mhm.
Regis Magnus owns a warehouse over by you on the other side of the
Mhm.
tracks. Back,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what street
Mhm.
that's on.
Yeah.
But he was letting people go in and use his bathroom there, and
Mhm.
people were
Yeah.
there, and they threw him out, and whatever, and closed it down, I think.
Weren't they tapping into his electricity? at
Something,
one point or
yeah.
something too?
Yeah, but at his invitation.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and I think that we discussed this before. Obviously, the town has a homeless problem.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What are we doing besides closing these places down? Where are these people supposed to live and stay?
I talked to Bridget about it, seems like a couple of weeks ago now, and I asked her, does she still maintain her list of, the shelters where people can go? So Neshoba does act as a,
Yes,
they
they
do
do.
Yeah.
referrals to
Mhm.
places. I think one of the practical problems is that she thought the closest one might be Fitchburg.
Mhm.
So you do have to kind of pull
Yeah.
up stakes and
Yeah.
We have that
move down the road.
list that we got.
We did,
before.
dear.
Yeah.
We
That
had,
night, when we
Yeah.
had the
Yes.
William Street,
yes,
we were
and all
giving
that.
Yeah.
those lists out to
Yes.
those
Yeah.
people.
Yes.
Right.
We had,
And the pastor for the church that's located over here, wasn't he
Steve
helpful?
Wells, yeah.
What's his-
Steve Wells.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had heard that,
Yeah.
that he was helping at one
Yeah.
point. I don't know if he's still active in that or
I think
not.
that's his ministry. I think he takes that very seriously.
I think so
Yeah.
too.
When I've
Yeah.
spoken with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on right now, this moment. But
Mm.
it does occur to me that it's not just a matter of saying, okay, you can't do this.
Yeah, that's true.
We've got a homeless population, and I think that it deserves a little more looking into than just, well, we have to get rid of them around Grove Pond.
Mm.
but that isn't for discussion tonight.
Well, it's not ours to discuss,
No,
but it
it
is
isn't.
something that we can.
But we do have that list that
We
Bridget
do,
has.
yeah. We do want people to know about it.
Yeah.
So they have 7 days. Yeah, and that's that, so that's the other one. The next one is the grand concessions for Peroni Park, July 7th.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Permit to operate a food establishment. Applicant Gino Grande, 8 Bear Hill Road, Reading, Mass. He's fried dough, lemonade, cotton
don't-
candy, all that
Yeah, we
stuff.
always get back to
Yeah.
those.
All those
yeah.
guys.
Yeah, for July 4th.
Mr. Patel, for his convenience store on 210 West Main Street. 210 West Main Street. Where is that going in?
210.
I thought that was 210 West Main Street.
It's
Is
right
that,
across from 211 where,
That's Polly.
yeah,
is it Devin's?
up in the Devon's Plaza.
Yeah.
It's in the Devon Shopping
Yeah,
Center.
Remember, he wasn't
He was
sure.
here, yeah.
He
Yeah,
wasn't sure
yeah,
exactly what he was going to do because of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
regulations
Right,
and
right.
everything.
That's right.
But it is
Yeah.
in the Devon Shopping
Yeah.
Center, okay. And Devon's Variety, same thing. He had a okay to operate from the building department. And Bridget just said the cooler must be at 41 degrees and keep soap and paper towels at hand sinks, so she decided about that. And housing violation, 11 Myrick.
Oh, yes.
Merck Advantage LLC is the mailing address, 107 Old Littleton Country Road in Harvard. Their Board of Health received several complaints, rubbish, garbage, other debris stored on the above referenced property. Revealed the complaint to be valid. They have 7 days to clean it up.
What date did she send it out?
June 19th. That is that.
That's gonna be tomorrow.
Yes. You know, remember when you had your office up the street? And how many complaints, and I think they were cleaning out a house or
Yeah.
something. I call it
You play some-
the green bags,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
type of thing.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah.
And when you have it there, you know, it's fine. I understand if people are cleaning out their
Yeah.
house and they don't have room to put a dumpster in a driveway, they use one of those.
Yep.
But close it up.
Is that what this is?
I
in
think-
Glenmire? Is
yeah.
that those things, yeah.
Well, you know, it's been there for 2 months
Oh,
and it's open,
it's gonna be a long time.
so that means that all kinds of animals
Yeah,
are getting
yeah.
in it. And if
Mhm.
it's a windy day and I think they're using it just for trash
Yeah.
because they're not doing anything
That's the
else.
downside of those things, those dumpster and bag things,
Yeah.
is that when you rent a dumpster, you're paying a rent on that thing. So you
Yeah.
have some incentive to get
Yes.
it out of there. Dumpster and a bag, you just pay for, and then you call it
Yeah,
when
when
it's
it's
full.
full.
So there's no, like, rent.
Yeah, I've seen that. Those
Yeah.
are not as good. But-
Yeah.
So this big stack here is from Global, the Site Plan Development Global, 28 Harvard Road, Ayer, Mass. For the property, Maxan Industries. That's where
Oh,
that
the
gas
gas station,
station. Well,
yeah.
it came to us because the applicant will need to submit plans for the food service area.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
so
It's not
just
an
took- yeah,
aquifer.
no. Testing for the septic system is complete. Septic plans are pending. So that just came across. It was sent out on June 11th. I mean, it came on June 11th. It was received by the planning board. And they're gonna have, it's gonna be just your standard gas station, convenience store.
Right,
Yeah.
that's the one where they got the variance from
Yeah.
some.
Yeah. It's a big,
Yes.
very detailed. Global partners. Okay.
And they own the one across the street from that.
Oh,
The
the
cars.
Mr. Mike's, that
Yeah.
one there?
They own that
That one.
property, so I think that will close as soon as they get this
Yeah.
one.
And what do they do with if they're closing that, the tanks that are
take them?
I don't
Down
know if you
there.
have to take them out, or if you can just pump them out and fill them with cement or something, I'm not sure.
And sometimes they just leave things until they decide to sell the property and then do something about it.
Yeah,
that's
and then
true, too.
people complain.
Yeah,
Hazmat.
and then they degrade,
Right.
and, yeah,
Yeah.
everything else.
Okay. That's all from the Shoba. And then we have mail review, the bills. Let's do this. And that's the PFS. This is just an invoice from W.B. Mason for $95.29, office supplies. And then this one was signed,
Those are signed, I'm just
Yeah,
waiting
so
till
just the one on the
first of
top.
year. Yeah.
right, so we just signed this.
Oh,
Aha, she just thought of
Thought
something.
of
I
something?
did, the
What?
bills made me think of this. The email going around about Carlene and a laptop and.
Oh, I haven't
What-
seen
Oh.
anything.
Maybe
Not
I
in
just
here?
ended up being copied on them because I kind of started that thing. I
Yeah,
thought
I
it
haven't.
actually came from,
Well, Carlene was asking about it, and
right,
I sent an email to
yeah, so,
Cindy, but I haven't heard back now that you mention it.
oh, interesting. Yeah, she responded June 14th.
Oh, I haven't
Oh,
seen
okay.
that.
And what she said was, it's her understanding that Robert and Pam had a discussion several months ago, which we did. All procurement, including purchasing, is done through my office per the IT acquisition policy. If this is an unbudgeted expense, the funding would be through the requesting department/board. If the board decides that this is a justified expense, I would need to have a discussion about what it will be used for so the proper equipment will be acquired. So, we should, it is an unbudgeted expense in that there's not a specific line item for you, but we do probably have money available in the budget for.
Yeah, we've got plenty of money.
Yeah, for office equipment or
Mhm,
whatever
yeah.
this could come out of. So, she did respond to you, Jane, on the 14th that you might not have seen, so maybe if.
I didn't see it at all.
Refresh
Who did
my
she send it
memory
to?
again on
Okay,
this.
the story is
asked for a-
Carlene's laptop bit the dust. It's it can't be revived.
All right,
It's
all right.
beyond.
Is that a town supplied laptop?
No,
She has?
no,
It was
no,
her
it's
personal?
not.
Oh,
She-
okay.
Right, it was her personal. But she says that she doesn't really need it for anything other than the stuff that she's doing for Board of Health. So this came up a while ago. I'm saying this maybe goes back a couple of months now. And I did talk to Robert. I had some emails with Cindy. I think we even talked about it as a board. And
We
the
did,
upshot was
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
yeah, that we could get her a basic laptop, but it's going to be tagged as a Board of Health asset.
Mhm.
Cindy will put whatever programs on it that Carlene needs for the animal inspector duties. And it'll have like an asset, town asset number or something that it's tagged with, so that if Carlene leaves that position at any point, it will come back to Board of Health. So it's
That
going to remain a
makes-
Board of Health
Well,
asset.
that- as it should.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, exactly.
good one, so.
So that's the story with it. So I think what we need to do is maybe ask Jane to get in touch again with Cindy and say, okay, now how do we do this? How do we pull the trigger?
Yeah,
Do we-
so it's Cindy that I need to, not
yeah, it's gotta go
Carly.
through Cindy.
Okay,
Yeah,
I will be happy to do that.
and it might take some coordinating between Carlene and Cindy, exactly what it
Yeah.
is that Carlene needs and,
Okay,
for programs.
Yeah.
but-
well, I think we've got plenty of money, and we should do this, and I did
She
not
wasn't looking for
see this,
anything
nothing fancy.
fancy.
Bells
Yeah.
and
It's
whistles.
just,
Yeah.
it's just a basic.
Yeah, it's just a basic.
But I'm
thing,
curious
so.
as to why I didn't see the email.
I
When
don't know, but I
see
I'll
the
forward
address.
it to
Okay,
you.
could you please? Because
Yes, let me see. Who
I-
is it to? Ayer of Health. She has. I'm just gonna forward it to my BOH.
yeah,
James, BOH.
yeah, I'll get it. Because for some reason I didn't get that.
Okay,
Yeah,
it just went.
good.
And there's the
Okay.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, it was, I wouldn't have, except we started with the bills. So.
Okay.
I don't think I've received a bill yet from the newspaper. I have the insertion order, and that's what it is, an insertion order. But it ran on the 1st of June, so if they bill monthly,
Oh, they bill monthly?
I don't know. I
Seems
should
like a
call
long
them.
time, but-
It does. I did look through everything and I did find the insertion order, but not the bill.
Well, they want their money, they'll ask for it.
They will.
Okay.
For some reason, I thought the bill came in, but I can't find it. I have the clipping of the,
Yeah,
so.
I'm sure they will.
I'm sure of it.
Okay, so mail, bills, miscellaneous, the only other thing was
The PFAs,
yeah.
business, yeah.
And that was tonight and today and tomorrow they were having that webinar, or Lori was,
Yeah, it
Lori
was an
and
action, yep.
Mark Wetzel were attending?
So, do you want me to just give a
Sure.
quick
Yes.
update on what's
So
going on
people
with that?
at home-
So, Laurie Mary sent out an email last week that, I'm looking at who this starts with. So, a woman by the name of Mary Jones, who is, she signs her email, she's the community organizer for Western Massachusetts and Connecticut Toxics Action Center.
Oh.
And what they were doing was a conference call and then, a webinar, and it was going to culminate in a meeting that's actually going on today or tonight and tomorrow. And this is all about the whole thing with PFAS and all over, Massachusetts and, how it's impacting the public. So she gave some, instructions on how to, tell your community's story in an effective way. Laurie then sent this out to PACE and to Board of Health, and what she's saying here is that there's this newly forming PFAS consortium. And I think that's coming out of this Toxic Actions Committee effort. What they are doing is pushing for a maximum limit of 1 part per trillion in drinking water. It's now 7 is the EPA advisory. So we most definitely would not make one. We would not make one.
That's a little much.
Well, I mean, it's got to be in relation to the risk. So I don't have a feel for really is it good or not. She was asking her PACE people and me, could we go to this PFAS summit? And Monday and Tuesday, yes, today and tomorrow. So Carolyn McCreary responded, no, she's going to be out of town. I responded, no, I'm not going to be able to go. Mark Wetzel is going. He is doing, they have these 3-minute presentation slots. Mark has one to talk about Ayer's story from the perspective of a water supplier and how this is impacting DPW. So I got into this email thing and said, geez, maybe we're at a point, after Laurie and, Mark Wetzel come back from this summit, maybe we're at a point where it would not be a bad idea for DPW, Board of Health, and PACE to just kind of get together and share some information
Sure.
on this.
Yes.
And both Lori and Mark agreed, yeah, that would probably be good. So I left it as, good, let us know how it goes. And I also made it clear to Lori, and Mark, I know just knows this, but that they can come, if they would like to do a presentation to Board of Health, we can schedule a time and get them on the agenda. They can always come at the beginning of the meeting as general public input. So, we're ready and willing and able to
Yeah,
work
that would
with
be great.
Absolutely.
PACE and DPW to try to get our arms around this thing. So that's kind of where it stands. I guess it's to be followed.
Right,
And-
and I was reading the thread of the emails, and Lori was, definitely on board with
yeah.
getting together. That hasn't happened in the past, where it's kind of trying to, it's hard to get everybody.
I think when Shepley's was heating up,
Yeah.
that was probably the last time that something like that happened. And this has kind of the hallmarks of it's yet another thing that's going to be big.
Yeah.
And now things are changing really quickly because we went from no guidance really to the 70 parts per trillion. Now there's some push out there for one.
Mhm.
And my question would be to Mark, the upgrades that he has earmarked for the water system in Ayer, would that get us to one if that limit comes out? I would really like to know where
Yeah.
we would stand with a one, and I'd also like to understand the science behind the one. Why do we think it should be one? It is,
Right.
and if this stuff is that hazardous, that might be the right limit. So, I don't know, it's a, kind of evolving thing, probably not a bad idea to keep communication open amongst the,
No, I think it's great to
The
have,
groups.
a joint meeting so
Yeah.
that, people at home can listen to it and understand it a little easier than.
yeah, I'll
Always.
let Laurie know, she'll probably send me another
Yeah.
email after this, and I'll just let her know that, we're always open to
Sure,
doing that.
definitely.
And then, I don't know, Mary, if you have any ideas on this, but it did occur to me that Rich Doherty, who PACE has a grant to fund, yeah. It occurred to me that I think that PACE and Board of Health have pretty well aligned objectives
Mhm.
here. So I would be willing to do some footwork to see, is there any grant money out there that's available for us as Board of Health to help fund what Rick is doing on the PFAs, so that he could in effect be doing his technical watchdogging work, not just for PACE, but for Board of Health as well.
Yeah.
So could we contribute something to the funding of that? And if so, would PACE be willing to share him? And would he be willing to share? I don't know why not, but I can
I
check
know.
into that.
They were at, when I say that some members of PACE were at one of the selectmen's meetings when Mark was presenting
Mhm.
the latest thing
Yeah.
in what we were doing, and they offered to help. So I don't know what has
Okay.
gone beyond that. And,
Yeah.
When Laurie gets back to me to just kind of let
Yeah.
me know how today and tomorrow went, if the board's in agreement with that, I can broach that.
I think it's
topic
worth
with her.
exploring it anyways and find out how.
It's getting
people
very
are-
technical.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
really
way.
is. So
Yeah.
it seems like a real duplication of effort for us to try to stay on top of it from an engineering perspective.
Mhm.
And we have, Rich Doherty really doing the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
With the same
Yeah.
objective.
Absolutely.
So.
They've had him way back since the beginning of time.
Yes, right, he
Since
has
they talked.
tons of institutional knowledge.
And the grant
Yeah.
writing process itself is a bear. I mean, you have
Yeah,
to know what
it
you're
is.
doing when you're doing, when
It
you're
is, but I
writing a
know
grant.
Mike has been very effective in getting grants. I'm assuming that Laurie or someone on PACE must have written the grant that helped to get,
Yeah.
Rich paid for up till now. So I'll just do some
God,
searching around
Think
and
of how
see.
many years ago he's been involved in various things,
Yeah,
water quality and all that.
okay.
It's interesting that we're talking about all this with Grove Pond, because last week I was talking with a gentleman from Shirley, and I said, so what did you think when you got the notification from town about the wells? And he said, what are you talking about? And I said, well, didn't you get anything, I said, with regards to what has gone on, excuse me, with the wells? And I gave him some background, and he said, first I heard about it. And I said,
Wow.
Really?
either you're not, are you sure you're paying attention?
No
Do you
kidding.
just grab the mail and then say, oh, that's junk, and throw it out? I said, oh my gosh, this is practically every week. Our DPW director has something new, and I said he was always keeping the Board of Selectmen updated. He sent a notice out to everybody in town, and I said, we've got like almost a $4.2 million project going, and he said, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I said, okay. First, I said, well, your McPherson well is down, and I believe there's another one, but I can't remember the name of it. I'm having all I can do to keep track of ours.
Right.
And
What's the one, is it the one that begins with an S? It's like
it could be. He said,
Bunkin or something?
Yeah.
Or
and he said,
something
well,
like
what
that.
caused all this? And I was telling him the story, and what went on and everything, and he's
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Wow.
Well, the latest, I don't know if you want to wade into this, but so there's, some more documentation going around with the PFAs. There's site inspection information that came out, and then there were the Army responses, EPA comments, the EPA comments. And what it all boils down to, pretty much, is that all around Devens, all those AOCs or
Yeah.
areas of concern,
Yep.
groundwater all around is testing well above 70 parts per trillion.
And then this one, Jane put a sticker on this. This is the one that's dated the 25th of May.
Is that the Army?
Is that this?
responses, or- Oh, no.
No,
that
this
might
is
be a later
Mass
one.
DEP comment. It's comment number 1. And then the response, comment number 2, and then the response. I don't know if I need to read all of this or.
Let's see, maybe it is the same, it's just in a
It's
different format.
it's a different, it's broken down.
Yeah.
So
Oh, no,
it's
this is a
easy
different
read.
one.
There was a lot of stuff.
There's so much stuff in here. I mean, the average person to get through it is like,
Yeah.
This is just a comments on the addendum.
the addendum, okay.
Yeah, this is comments on the original.
All right.
But what it all, I think the main point of it is here, that like everything else, there's a plume, there's a groundwater plume. The values are high, they're above the 70 limit in the plume, and that's probably tied into why we have Grove, and if that plume is continuing to move, it's gonna continue to carry these things into the drinking water supply, so nasty business.
But that's a great idea.
Yeah, I'll do some,
Yeah.
just
Yeah. I think we
rummaging
should.
around to see what could we do and how would we do
Right.
it. and all that.
And since we're discussing the wells, remember the signs are up about conserving water?
Mhm.
And I don't think a lot of people read them. from what you see, but what we did talk about, other than this little bit of rain that we've had over the weekend, we have had a very dry season so far. And when you consider the amount of what's going on with the wells closed and having to, use a well that had been closed to bring it back online and everything, I think this is something that should be followed closely over the summer. And if it means stopping all outside water, so what? Better you have water to drink. So
you get into another
what?
dry spell,
Absolutely.
it really does have the potential to make things worse.
I mean, we had that one year when we were getting ready to put the Grove Pond treatment plant online. It just said absolutely
Remember that,
no outside water, and you'd see people out there with the hose.
I know.
It's,
I know.
Your grass will come back.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more important that you have your water to drink, your water to do to cook with, to do your laundry, etc. And so I think that's something that they're going to be following closely, hopefully. All right.
Okay. And then the letter that we, thank you so much, Jane, for helping put this together. We penned as a board to piggyback on what the selectmen had already said. The Ayer Board of Health requested that I write a letter to you on behalf of the 7,500 residents of the town of Ayer. On June 5th, the Ayer Board of Selectmen wrote to you seeking the full support of the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, Region 1, to compel the U.S. Army to compensate the town of Ayer for the expense of remediating its contaminated wells. In an effort to proactively address the PFAS contamination of the town's drinking water supply, the town has already appropriated and or spent $5 million to address the contamination that was a direct result of activities conducted by the U.S. Army on Fort Devens, now Devens. The Ayer Board of Health voted at its meeting on June 11th to support the Ayer Board of Selectmen in seeking this redress. The Ayer Board of Health takes the health and well-being of its citizens very seriously, and we are looking forward to a speedy resolution of this matter. Regards, Patricia Peters, Chairman, Ayer Board of Health, CC'd all the following people that the selectmen had.
Yep. Good.
All the
Well
rest of
done.
those.
Good.
Thank you. Yeah, that's. Oh,
Well done.
thank you.
It was a group effort.
And then this, and I read there was an article that was forwarded to me that was very interesting about the Suboxone. This is from the Health and Human Services Department of Public Health Clinical Advisory: increase in opioid-related overdose deaths with cocaine present. So as reported in the Mass DPH Supplemental Toxicology Analysis on opioid-related overdose deaths among Mass residents, May 2018. Let's see. Reports. Draw your attention to the most recently published quarterly opioid report. Among the findings highlighted is the increasing number of opioid overdose deaths where cocaine is present. So this changes because for a while it was the fentanyl. Now we're going to add this to it.
It's like a mixture of the day.
As you are likely aware, fentanyl is a highly potent Schedule II synthetic opioid. It talks about what it's used for. However, most cases of fentanyl-related harm, overdose, and death in the U.S. are linked to illicitly manufactured fentanyl. And it cites all of these things about the education, patients, clinical information about fentanyl. So this was just forwarded to us.
Good.
It's not going away.
No, it's not good.
And then, this is the mosquito control,
Yeah.
the last
That
date.
just came in, I
Oh.
think.
Well, the last date for spraying was the 23rd. And then the Ayer Dog Park soft opening,
Oh,
June 30th.
Saturday.
is that right?
Saturday.
Yeah, we're inviting everyone to bring their dogs to the park on Saturday, June 30th
Oh,
at 10
good.
a.m. to try it out.
Huh.
Meet your neighbors and get information on the operation, rules, and maintenance. The park will not be totally finished, but the fences, gates, and play surface are complete. Remaining work includes parking area, paving, placing of benches, water fountains, trash barrels, so yeah, it's definitely a soft opening. It will be completed early July, and we will announce the official opening date. 101 Snake Hill Road.
Very cool.
You asked about that
Yeah.
not too long ago.
Yeah.
Do you bring your guy,
Okay.
do your guys go there? Do they go to dog parks?
I probably wouldn't bring the really old lady
Yeah,
because
yeah.
she'll just get run over. But Gladys, the big bruiser little dog,
Like it?
should love it.
Okay, so that is the mail. And action items for July 9th. We already talked about, well, maybe we'll get a response from Mr. Lindy.
Yeah.
And what was the one we were
I'll
talking-
have a report on the
Oh,
executive
yeah,
board
you have a
meeting
meeting, yep,
Thursday night.
yeah.
Okay,
I will just give you the latest on PFOAs and
okay,
DPW and PACE and all that stuff.
okay.
Yeah, because other than a very short meeting tomorrow night, and that's more to, I think they've got just a couple of general items. The Board of Selectmen are on their summer schedule, so tomorrow night they have to appoint a representative to Neshoba Valley Tech.
Ah, okay.
And then, like I
Okay.
said, a couple of items. So they won't be meeting again until the 17th of July and then the 14th of August. And just as an FYI on that, it's kind of interesting, you know all this that's gone on, these super town meetings with regards to the areas at Devon's. And we've had several town meetings that have been voting it down, so they've come up with a new plan. And it's to exclude all the residents. And basically, the 3 selectmen in each town, so 9 people would
Yeah.
decide this process. And yes,
Really?
so they're going to present that. Ed Starzyk is coming to their July meeting.
Interesting.
Well, considering that the bulk of it is in Ayer,
Yeah,
we all pay, I mean,
Yeah,
we pay
yeah.
for everything.
yeah.
So that's kind of troubling. To me personally, who has gone to all the meetings with regards to this,
Yeah,
and I say this on camera, I don't care. I mean, that changes everything. When you're asking, we all would have to pay, and we don't have a say in it. So
Mhm.
that's their latest. And they do not right now have a developer, because they asked specifically, do you have a developer? Yeah, no. But we sure would get one. So anyway, so
interesting.
that's, I just wanted to make you aware of that, so.
So more to.
So that will be at their meeting
Yeah.
on the
Okay.
17th of July.
All right.
And to go back a step, I don't know if we had any more on 17 Taft, or are we still waiting on?
No, the only thing we have there is I did send something to Robert
Yeah,
and
I saw
Cubby
that. I saw
Carter.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
just
Yeah.
saying, look, all we really need to do is review and confirm the documents. And then Robert emailed me back that the attorney and Bridget are working
Okay.
on this issue. So, okay. So as a board, we've made our point.
Yes.
That we just need to either get a permit issued or view the documents to
Okay.
set set up this exclusion or.
All right. So far for the next meeting, we have, Mary's gonna talk about the executive board meeting, and you're gonna give the updates on the 2 items that we talked about tonight.
Yep.
Anything else? Should be a quick.
Excuse me, we did talk about looking at our regulations. However, so many of them are fairly new anyway.
Yeah, and the 2 that I thought could, maybe benefit from a facelift, one of them is embroiled in the Taft Street thing, and the other one, has to do with this issue of how do we peacefully coexist, our regulation.
Okay.
That one might actually be the one that we focus on first, because our regulation is going to have to change, because we do cross-reference the zoning, and so if nothing else, we need to uncouple ourselves from that. But yeah, those are the 2. So I think we can get those done this year.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like we have this huge ton of them that we have to do.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And it was strange because I talked to Bridget only when she let me know that she had sent the letter with regards to that one, because when you can look at it and then your neighbors also knock at your door
Yeah.
and say, what's the matter?
Yeah.
And she said she had had a phone call from the woman that purchased 41 East Main, and then when she tried, and she didn't know what it was about, and she said she tried to call her back and didn't reach her, so I don't know what that's all about.
I can't keep straight what's going on.
I can't either. All we know is that when somebody else buys it, or has purchased it, we have to change the name and all that on it.
Yeah.
And that's been such a mixed up mess anyway.
Okay.
They had an open house for like an hour.
Through the chairman
Anyway.
to the board,
Yes.
I just want, I'm not quite following this conversation. So 41 East Main Street has been sold
That is correct.
to a woman.
Well, apparently that was who
I
called.
guess it was the one to call.
That was who
Okay.
called Bridget.
Okay, and what do we have to do as a result?
Well, we have not received any information yet. Bridget tried to call her back. She wasn't available, so we'll wait for somebody to send us something that says,
The issue that I'm aware of that's outstanding there is we did a special permit,
Right.
and it referenced the previous plan.
Right.
So we then had that subsequent meeting with Mr. Seda where he was asking us, so can you just confirm that you don't need to have another meeting on this, or
Yeah.
you don't have to re-review all of it? And we said, yeah, if what you're gonna do is substantially the same as what you had before, only it's going to now meet the building inspector's requirements, no, it doesn't seem like we would need to do another review.
Right.
But we can't give a modified special permit because the special permit references the plan dated, blah, 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 prepared by so-and-so.
Right.
So we're kind of in a holding pattern with that, where we will need to revise the special permit for that property, but after there's that
all
actually
this
a plan.
process has gone through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
from, I've got to get this done in a hurry, hurry up, and then just seems to have,
I don't have a clue.
no,
It's
I
very
don't
strange.
either, so I'm not, but I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, oh, you're right, it was
Yeah.
the hottest thing in town.
Well, but the only reason that I knew something was I went down one day and I saw a sign, it said Team Realty for sale. And I said,
Then you went to the 10-unit open house.
no, I didn't. And then I happened to come down through on my way out of town and it was, the sign was down. And I said, well, that is the quickest thing. So anyway,
I don't know.
okay, so that's all I
All right.
So if there's nothing else, I will make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
All right. Good.
And it's 6:26.